Welcome back, everybody, to the Mexico City Aztecs expansion franchise here in NBA 2K25. We are still in the 2028 playoffs, and as of right now, every quarterfinal series is tied at 2 games apiece. Chicago and Milwaukee, Detroit against Cleveland, Portland and Denver, and Dallas and Mexico City. We are, of course, the Aztecs, and the Mavericks won games 2 and 3. We took game 4 to retie the series up at 2 games apiece, and now we're going to dive into both games 5 and 6. And then if this series does go to game 7, that will be its own video next time out. I also did want to mention that I know that things have been kind of slow in terms of my daily uploads recently. That's because we're kind of approaching the holiday season, which is usually when I'm more busy this time of year. So expect us to go back to normal probably on the other end of New Year's. So probably 2025 will probably go back to having 1 video per day. But until then, there will be a few more days without an upload than you guys are probably used to. But here are the stats for the quarterfinals so far for the Aztecs. Despite John Cobb only shooting 41%, he has put up 29 and 7 with a couple of steals and a couple of blocks a game. Has still not really found his rhythm from behind the arc here in the playoffs compared to how he was shooting in the regular season. But I think he's still one of our best players, has to be out there. But I think our best player in this series has definitely been Kylan Moore. 24 points per game, almost 13 rebounds per game, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1.7 blocks, and he's shooting way better than his regular season numbers. He has played very well. Dallas has had a really tough time guarding him. David Dennis also playing very well with more playing time. 19 points per game, over 10 assists per game, shooting very well from the field and from downtown. He's probably been our second best player. I would put Cobb at third. Even though he's shooting 41%, he's still putting up some nice numbers and drawing a lot of fouls and hitting his free throws. Not as well as he was, obviously, throughout most of the year, but still is a really good player. Jarris Walker playing well. Dylan Young shooting 62% in these first 4 games and 59% from beyond the arc. That is very impressive. So a couple players have definitely stepped up entering this conference semifinal series. And now we're going to spend only a small amount of time in Game 5 because I think Game 6 is way more important, because whoever wins Game 5, Game 6 will become a game to punch their ticket to the conference finals. And again, the Dallas Mavericks are coming off of 3 straight titles, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive and keep their 4 straight title hopes alive. So let's simcast the first, first half and some change and see where things go in Game 5, and then jump in if the game is close, and then we'll probably focus on Game 6 to round out this episode. But in Game 5, we do return to Dallas. After 2 straight games at home in Mexico City, we go back on the road to see who can retake the series lead. Aztecs, Mavericks, Game 5 starts now. And the tip-off here in Game 5 is won by Kylan Moore. And here we go, a packed house here in the American Airlines Center. Let's go through the first half and maybe the third quarter and see who is going to have the lead approaching the fourth. A tied first quarter, 26-26. And now Aztecs taking control here, approaching halftime in fairly dominant fashion, outscoring the Mavericks by 16 points in the second quarter. Can Dallas fight back in the third? They're getting a little bit closer, but we end up actually closing the quarter strong. And it looks like, well, hold on a minute. Dallas might, no, it's going to be a Aztecs one here in Game 5. We're going to take this game and retake the series lead. And so in Game 5, time is going to run out for the Mavericks. And we take it by a score of 123-115 to retake the series lead. We win back-to-back games. And now we go back home for Game 6 with a conference finals berth on the line. Mavericks will now look to force a Game 7. That second quarter proves to be the difference maker for the Aztecs as they take it by 8 points. 22 for Kyrie here in the loss. Only played 20 minutes. He did foul out earlier in the contest and had a lot of free throws in this game as well, drawing plenty of fouls. But we got 40 from John Cobb here in this one. 13 for 18 from the field, 9 for 13 from downtown. He's definitely been very hit or miss for us in the playoffs so far. Kylan Moore fouled out earlier in the game as well. He ends up with 16 points and 7 rebounds, but Rozier had 20 points off the bench. David Dennis, 12 and 8, turned the ball over 6 times, but we end up shooting 55% and 50% from downtown on the way to the win. Despite 14 less shots than Dallas, we still make 3 more than them as they only shoot 43% from the field. And now it is Game 6. Dallas has their back against the wall, and we have a chance to punch our ticket to our very first conference finals appearance. So we go back to Mexico City with a whole lot at stake for both teams. Mavericks trying to, again, keep their 4 straight title hopes alive here in the 2028 playoffs. Aztecs looking to continue to shock the world and continue this very impressive playoff run. And Game 6 is officially underway as Derek Lively wins the tip-off. Mavericks will be starting Cole Anthony, Kyrie Irving, Sohan, Butler, and Lively once again as the first shot of the day is up and out from Kyrie Irving. So both starting fives stay the same. Nobody out for either team except for Mark Williams, who's going to miss the entire year, of course, for us, as John Cobb knocks down his first shot, and it comes from downtown. Again, he has shot about 32% from 3 in the playoffs, and this last game really did increase those numbers by a bit. So, looking to keep up his hot couple last games as Kyrie Irving now gets on the board. And of course, against us in 4 games back in the regular season, he put up 30 points per game, over 55% shooting from beyond the arc. So, gotta watch out. He can have a 50-point game out of nowhere. Just gotta play our brand of defense, which has been one of our hallmarks of this team in this playoff run. That shot's not gonna go for Jarris Walker. Rebound pulled in by Derek Lively. Pull-up triple, the fast break won't go for Cole Anthony, and now it goes the other way. And Kylan Moore will take it himself all the way to the rim, and the first foul of the contest is called on Sohan. The front end is up and good. And Kylan Moore will split the free throws, but again, he's played very well in this series. I think this last game was probably his worst performance, and he still won that game, so expect him to have a big role in this high-stakes affair. Butler at the line for 2 now. First one drops in. He's had a couple of solid games, but a couple of quiet ones since games 1 and 2. But he knocks down both. Another open look. And this time it'll drop in as well. John Cobb starts the day 2 for 2 from downtown. Coming off that 9 for 13 performance from behind the arc in his last game. It's a pretty good start, picking up where things left off. Here's Cole Anthony at the rim, but the shot rattles out, and Cobb pulls down the board. Catch and shoot 3, and David Dennis no good, but Cobb gets it back and puts it right up and in. He is now up to 31 points per game and 6 assists per game here in the conference semifinals. Here's Sohan driving. Reverse layup is denied off the backboard, but Butler has a second chance 3 drop in. Dennis wants to drive, throws it up, but it's blocked by Cole Anthony. And Lively lost it. Dennis gets it right back. Good heads-up play. Now he lobs it, and Walker could not get to it. Butler with that steal. Quick three. Cole Anthony now 0 for 2. Very fast-paced game so far as Moore steps back and over 2 defenders as his shot rattle out. Good pass. Open 3 for Kyrie Irving. He's off to a hot start. Another good look. Just feeding John Cobb early on. That is his first miss. Anthony has his pass stolen away. Great deflection by Cobb, but he tracks it down himself. Fast break. Dylan Young with the finish over Butler. And already 11 points apiece in the first 4 minutes of action. Good cuts. Anthony right down the lane for his first points. Good drive, and Lively got there late. Irving is called for his first foul. First free throw for Cobb is up and good. Again, he has shot slightly worse at the line in the playoffs versus the regular season, but still has been a top 3 free throw shooter for us this season in the playoffs, as the free throws are both good, and now he is quote-unquote taking over. Sohan hands it off, and that shot is gonna count as a goaltend. That'll be 2 points for Kyrie Irving. Dylan Young back out to Walker. Time counting down for the Aztecs here. Cobb floats it, and Kylan Moore can coast inside for the easy deuce. We are tied up again at 15 points apiece. In Game 5, we saw the Aztecs and Mavericks be tied through 1, but then we pulled away in the second quarter and held on the rest of the contest. Coming off a screen, Cole Anthony has yet to knock down a 3. Now a fast break. Dennis is all by himself for the 2. John Cobb with a good heads-up play there to see him up there on the transition play. Here's a good look for Kyrie Irving, but that one is no good. Moore pulls down the rebounds. Shot clock under 5. Dylan Young rattles home a trifecta. Again, he has been absolutely fantastic on every level. He has played very good defense. He's knocked down his shots. He has taken only good ones pretty much. And he has shot some of the best percentages on the entire team here in the playoffs, especially in this series. But a couple of free throws for Sohan now after a foul. First one is up and good. Mavericks bring in Hardy off their bench, and Sohan knocks down both. Slight mismatch on the interior for Kylan Moore. He got his own miss back, and it stays alive with Mexico City. Strong drive, and Cobb draws the second foul on Irving. So he fouled out in the early to mid-fourth quarter of Game 5. And now will come out of the game with 2 here in the first. Cobb, 1 for 2 again. Good pass up ahead, and Lively has a good look, assisted by Sohan. Driving over 2 defenders. What a finish for John Cobb. What a start. Good look. And Cole Anthony still cannot find his offensive rhythm. He's now 1 for 6 from the field as Kylan Moore slips behind Naz Reid for the deuce, and the Aztecs already have 25 points here in the quarter and still a lot of basketball left to play. Naz Reid over Cobb with one hand. Got it to go. These two guys are obviously our top two players in Cobb's rookie year, but then we traded away Naz Reid, and now he finds himself here in Dallas. Downhill, handing off. Wiseman back out to Young. Now back to Cobb. Sohan matched up on him. Cobb drives, and this time it's too strong. Quickly up ahead, and Naz Reid is blocked by Kylan Moore. Pulling up, and great defensive play by Sohan to reject Cobb's pull-up attempts. With three for Naz Reid. Getting plenty of looks in this first quarter off the bench, and so far he's done a pretty darn good job. Behind the arc, and Cobb can't lace it. Now a chance for Dallas to jump in front. Reid is doubled. He finds Anthony for the trifecta. Another miss, his fifth already from downtown. Double screens off ball, setting up for a three. Another miss by Cobb. He's gone kind of cold here after a very hot start. Tried to steal that pass. Sohan hands it off. Anthony with two defenders all over him. Good defense by both Rozier and Cobb. Another three. Got to be like his sixth of the quarter. And Cobb gets back on track. Prosper the pick. Sohan drives and is fouled. Fourth on the team, second on Cobb here in the opening quarter. And look at that right there. Field goal percent here in the playoffs. Wiseman at 75%. Lively number 2 at 68. So two of the most efficient big men in the playoffs are matched up right now on the courts. Free throw for Sohan, up and good. He's got one more. As Butler and Collier, Shannon all check in. Mitchell Robinson also on the court. They've already used 5 different players off their bench. And lobbing it up. Jarris Walker finds David Dennis cutting to the rim. Dennis is such an just athletic specimen, really. And he shows you why right there. 30 points for us, 26 for the Mavericks. Can their offense keep up with ours? Robinson sets the pick. Butler downhill, fires, and got the roll. Kylan Moore, what a drive. He hits the deck, but it was worth it. A strong drive. He's already got 7 points on 3 for 5 shooting. Just once again, playing as well as he has so far in this series. We have a good chance to win if they cannot slow him or John Cobb down. Coming off a screen, Butler pulls the trigger and connects from downtown. And we'll have the final shots of the first. Screen set by Moore. Dennis, a deep triple. It's offline. And the Aztecs lead through one, 32-31. A very close, fast-paced game. Second quarter underway here. We open with a jump shot for David Dennis, which is no good. You've got Dennis, Rozier, Herter, Moore, and Walker out there. Dallas has Butler, Hardy, Ty Washington, Naz Reid, and Mitchell Robinson. They have gone deep into their bench. They have a very deep roster, but using a lot of their guys here in the playoffs in a very key game, which, of course, has their year on the line. Good cut by Dennis, but he can't finish. And Reid with a good box out to pull down that rebound. And he gives it right back. Stolen away by Dennis. Fast break. Jarris Walker zooms ahead and jackhammers that one through the nets. Good pull up, and Hardy misses that time. Good pass out to Kylan Moore, but his jump shot is not going to fall. Another rebound already here in the quarter, his third in the second for Naz Reid. And now he's calling for it down low, matched up against Kevin Huerter. He spins and knocks down the shot. Dennis crosses over, leaves it for Huerter. Has to make something happen here, and somehow finds the basket. Got Ty Washington turned around. And we have shot 50% so far. Mavericks have taken 5 less shots and are 11 for 23. Here's a good look though, and Butler can't connect. Good matchup down low for us. We kick it out, and Jarris Walker sinks it from downtown. Mavericks want to talk things over. Kyrie Irving yet to get back in the game after picking up that second foul with 5 to go in the first quarter. But Kava's back out there for us. He also has 2. Good defensive play there by Young to also grab the rebound. Now we can extend the lead. Little pick and roll right over to Walker. Tough finish, won't go. But Wiseman keeps it alive with the Aztecs. We lob it up for Walker. Dylan Young with the assist. Attacking the basket. Collier just gets right around David Dennis. They've still shot pretty well at 46%, but they have not been able to slow our offense down at all. Top of the key. Dennis picked up by Collier. Backs him down. Fades, but it's no good. Now Naz Reid. Good kick out. Open look for Hardy. Can't get it to go. Their backup point guards, really just both their point guards in total, have not been very good, but Jarris Walker has really stepped up here in the first half. A strong finish, and he also draws the foul. Connect now on the court, but not for very long, as the free throw is good from Jarris Walker. Kyrie finally back on the court, but Hardy has only scored once, I believe. Cole Anthony has missed most of his shots. So they got to find other players like Sohan and Butler and Kyrie to get more involved here. Open 3, and Kyrie Irving sticks it. And Moore has it. It's left on the outside, and John Cobb responds. All the way to the 10. What a play by Hardy. Same play as last time. John Cobb can't bury it this time. Lively pulls down the miss. They're going to dump it inside to Naz Reid. A double team comes. Hardy finds space, but misses again from downtown. I think Irving has been their only good three-point shooter so far in this game, but Naz Reid picks up a steal and has a couple of free throws on the way. The first of which is up and good. And Naz Reid, 2 for 2. Strong drive. Lively comes over and swats it away, but Wiseman tracks it down. Shot clock does not reset. Dennis, downhill, hands it off, and Moore can throw it in. Emphatic jam. Already assist number 15 for the Aztecs, and still under 5 to go in the first half. We average about 28-29 per game. We have passed the ball very well. Good flare. Setting up for Irving again from behind the arc. He's already hit 4 of those. Outside, good cross-court pass, but Cobb can't knock it in. But Moore can sure as hell tip it in. Still a 6-point game. Can Cole Anthony finally get going? Yes, he can. That three will cut our lead in half. Right back to Cobb, a foot inside the arc. And he is having himself an amazing first half. 21 points in 17 minutes, 47% from the field. They get a good look, though, for Kyrie Irving, and he will respond again. And he's been great. 17 points here in a big game for Dallas. Moore calls for it down low, got Sohan up in the air, and got the shooter's touch off the rim. And that pass is stolen away. Dylan Young cuts it off. Fast break. Rozier behind the back to find Kylan Moore, who is also taking over here in the opening half of play. Man, this offense looks perhaps the best it ever has here in Game 6. Irving downtown. This time it's off the mark. Another mismatch for Moore. Sohan a bit undersized there in the post against him. That ball is tipped out of bounds. Will stay with the Aztecs. Jarris Walker back in. So is Kevin Huerter. We will inbound it to Walker. Backdoor cut, and Rozier cocks it back. Another great pass. Butler has his shot deflected. It'll stay with Dallas. Out of bounds off of Kevin Huerter, who had that denial. Irving drives and is fouled. That's the third on Cobb. Got to watch out for his foul trouble because, again, it takes 6 fouls to foul out, but 3 in the first half is dangerous, dangerous territory. If we can draw one more on Kyrie, I don't really have much of a concern. He's been their best player. But if we lose Cobb and they keep Kyrie in the game with 2 fouls, then we could be in some trouble here. Backdoor to Kylan Moore. Lively just was not keeping up there. We have taken 9 more shots. We've hit 8 more than Dallas. That has been a big difference in this game. But a quick 3 for Kyrie Irving. It's not going to go. Now a chance to boost our lead to perhaps double digits here approaching halftime. We lead 61-53, and Moore wants the ball. Double team comes for him. Cobb left open. He laces it from downtown. That is exactly how you draw it up. Now to Sohan now. He lines one up. But besides Irving, who has not even been great from downtown, they really have not been good on their three-point shots. Now Cobb finds Moore rolling inside. They just cannot stop these two. Anthony contested. Left it short, and Walker pulls down the miss. There's no shot clock left here in the first half. Here's Cobb with it over 2 defenders. Hits the front rim, no good. And we lead at the break, 66-53. A very strong second quarter has us up by double digits. A lot of work left to do for Dallas. The second half begins. Cobb had over 20 points. Kylan Moore had 19. Those two have really stepped up here in the biggest game of the series to this point, with a conference finals berth on the line. We have seen several planned tournament teams kind of shock the playoffs and shock the league by making some deep playoff runs. We saw the Lakers against Denver a couple years ago lose in the conference finals over in the West. And then, of course, a couple years ago as well, the Miami Heat as the 8th seed went all the way to the NBA Finals and lost. So we are just one of those several teams to be the latest in having a very impressive run as we are right now, but game's not over yet. Still a whole half of basketball left to play. And Dallas only down by about 11 points. Here's Cobb with it, working against Kyrie Irving. Having trouble getting by him. Will take it inside and eventually find the bottom of the net. 26 for John Cobb, a +10 ±. As Irving drives and will pick up Cobb's fourth. A huge play right there by Kyrie Irving. You might see Cobb come out of the game here early in the second half. Free throw is good, and Cobb will actually stay in for now. We're not going to take him out yet, and if they draw one more foul, that could really be problematic for the rest of this game. Backing down Anthony, and David Dennis with the strength. The bucket and the foul. The free throw is good. Lively sets the screen. Sohan finds him, but it's covered well by the Aztecs defense. Irving has to create, fires from the elbow and sticks it. Outside, good luck, and Cobb can't bury it. Good rebound there by Butler, and a chance to close it back to within 10 for Dallas. Free throws coming up for Butler after Walker picks up his second foul. So free throws have kind of kept Dallas in arm's reach so far, despite us kind of outpacing them, forcing turnovers and forcing some bad shots. Plenty of free throw trips for the Mavericks, but Butler here goes 0 for 2 at the line. And we go fast. Cobb, baseline, has that one blocked by Sohan. We get it back, and Walker cashes in from deep. That ball was kept alive by Kylan Moore. Irving drives again and slips by Moore. What a play. Irving has been easily their best player. He's got 23 now in the game, maybe perhaps more than that, and has been just the go-to offensive guy when he's on the court for the Mavericks. As Dennis misses the alley-oop dunk. That was a great pass by Young, but he could not finish the play. And the fast break three drops in from Cole Anthony, and it's back to a 10-point game. Driving inside, and that's going to be the third against Kyrie Irving. They've gone after each other here in this game. Cobb's got 4, Irving with his third. And it looks like both players will stay in. The free throws are both perfect. Catch and shoots. It's not going to go for Anthony. Now we find Young, coasting right inside. He's got that big breakaway speed. He shows it off right there. Open three again, and Kyrie Irving can't seem to miss here in this third quarter. Already has 9 points. It's stumped. Low block for Kylan Moore. Working against Lively. He is denied, and the ball goes the other way. Good behind the back move. Irving with his first miss of the quarter. 5 minutes gone here in the third. Dennis at the rim, left it short. Screen comes over from Lively. He gets the pass, has to go back out. Anthony has to jack one up, and it's not going to go. Stepping back over Lively. Tough shots. Rattles out for Cobb. Up ahead to Irving. He steps back, and Cobb stumbles back towards the rim. The shot's going to go. Wipe that one from the records. Jesus. Quick three on the other end, and Cobb connects and will silence whatever Mavericks fans there are here in the building. Downhill, Butler through, contact, can't finish. Good defense by Young, but his pass is deflected, and Lively is fouled. They're going to call a flagrant one on Dylan Young. That will give them free throws and possession. That is a surprising call. The first free throw is good. And Lively goes 2 for 2. Now Dallas has it, down by 10. Over the top to Butler with the reverse, and they have closed the gap to single digits. Up ahead and stolen. Bad pass by Dennis. Now Dallas has numbers, and Sohan couldn't get the lucky roll, but more free throws, and that's Cobb's fifth. That's Cobb's fifth. We gotta take him out. Coach James, you have to make the call here. Rozier at the scorer's table, and Cobb will come out. And that could be a big loss for the offense that has kind of run through Cobb so far in this game. It could be a window for Dallas to really get back in this game. I mean, they are back within 6 already, and now our best player likely on the bench for the rest of the third quarter. So with John Cobb on the bench, who can step up? Will it be Kylan Moore, who has already had a great game to this point? Just a really tough guy to score on, and Derek Lively down there in the post, but he still is playing very well. And now an open look for Shannon, but it's no good. That was a 2-3 zone right there by the Aztecs. We've used that a couple of times here as of late. Screen sets by Moore. Rozier picks up his dribble, finds Moore inside. He has to go up with this, and it's rejected by Derek Lively. Sohan with the step back trifecta on the money. Mavericks right back in this game, now only down by 5, and 2 players with their takeovers activated. Rozier lines it up and can't stick it, and Kylan Moore is called for a loose ball foul. Nasir Little leaves it for Naz Reid. A wide open look, but he can't connect. Big miss right there, could prove costly, as Dylan Young hits the fast break triple and shows him how it's done. Shot clock under 5. Shannon takes a pretty contested shot. It's no good. And now Wiseman mismatched inside. That's too easy. Our lead back to 10. Inside, now back out. Nasir Little lines it up. It's no good. Costly missed threes by Dallas here in Game 6. It's been the story of the series pretty much, is their poor three-point shooting. Rozier, backdoor. Wiseman throws it down. This offense has been a wonder to watch, man. We have been so good this game. Driving, hop-stepping, and rejected by James Wiseman. Making plays on both ends here in this big third quarter. He sets the screen, rolls inside, and Dennis's three is not going to go. Naz Reid pulls it down. And they give it right back. Jarris Walker stole it. Fast break. Wiseman has free throws on the way. Just the second against Sohan. At the front end is pure silk. And John Cobb is already back on the courts. This is going to be a very ballsy play call from Horace James, up by 14 points, playing John Cobb with 5 fouls in the third quarter, no less. I guess we'll see if it pays off. Hardy off the screen finally gets the Dallas offense back on track, but he's been quiet here in this game. Somebody else has got to step up with, Kyrie on the bench and Butler and so on, also now out of the game. So these backups, if they're going to play, they got to really, make some big plays. And that's not a good one. Downhill, and Hardy draws a foul. That's on Cobb. No! Cobb has fouled out. I can't believe this. I don't think we have ever seen a player foul out this early at a full showcase game like this one. And our best player in this game is now going to miss the rest of it, including the fourth quarter, where Cobb has been his best throughout his entire career. Wow, a costly coaching mistake by Horace James Jr. to leave him in there. I can't believe that. And now a 12-point game. Still, of course, in arm's reach are the Mavericks. And we need the backups for us to also step up. There's Max Christie. His first appearance in quite some time. And he immediately scores. What a play. But Kai being out will also leave us with a very awkward, probably incorrect rotation, because usually, for some reason here in 2K, once a player fouls out, the rotation gets very, very wonky, no matter what team you are. See, look, now we have Bryce McGowan's coming in, who has not played for us at all in the regular season. Why are we doing this? I don't know. Yabusele also out there. He is not supposed to be part of this rotation either, so here we go. Some weird lineups coming in for both teams with a quarter and change left to go. Rozier drives it, hop steps, passes back out, and McGowan's left it short. It is 96-83 with a quarter left to play. I'm not sure what to expect here. The fourth quarter begins with a Jaden Hardy triple. And our lead is back to 10 again. They bring Kyrie Irving in. I think that's when they're going to make their big run to potentially tie the game. Shot's not going to go for Kylan Moore here. And now Dallas has a chance to bring it back within 10 points, but that shot's blocked out of bounds. It goes off of Naz Reid and out of bounds. For three, and Kylan Moore got it to go. He has only shot like 10% from downtown here in the playoffs, but a big shot right there, and now free throws coming up for Collier. I think going forward, I'm pretty sure that to keep a CPU team's rotation active, I have to just control both teams in the menus before I start a game. So I think if we do end up winning this game, or just regardless of where we go from here, I'm going to have to start to, in the playoffs at least, controlling whatever team we're facing and just adjusting their rotation to only include about 8 people, and then just having control until those series are both, until that series is over, and then just switch to a different team after that. But right now, these guys cannot stop the pick and roll. Again, Wiseman, fantastic off the bench, very efficient, does not take too many bad shots, only good looks. This pull-up's no good from Collier. Their jump shots have been the weak link for the Mavericks. And now Moore wants to drive it and just throws it down. Tough contested three, in and out for Terrence Shannon. Now a 15-point lead for the Aztecs. Can we extend? Moore drives again, Euro steps, but this time the finish won't fall. Collier drives it. Nice bucket right there at the rim. Back door. They gotta fix the pick and roll defense, man. It is so bad. Like, once you do that, the center just gets kind of stuck where he is. Not sure why, but it happens for us and for them. As that shot's not gonna fall. And 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter, and Dallas does not really show many signs of life. Robinson calling for it down low. Kicks it back out, and another open miss from three. Good take. David Dennis extends our lead to 17. Driving, and Collier draws the third on Dennis. This game is almost over. It's almost over. Kyrie at the scores table now for the Mavericks should come in after this first free throw, which is no good. You gotta hit your free throws down by this much. Connect on the court again here for the Mexico City Aztecs, but Irving back out there. If they can't close the gap with him on the court, then they never will. Off the screen, Connect, fires, a foot inside the arc, it's no good. Good pass, open three, and Prosper connects. And maybe we have a game on our hands. We got Dylan Young back out there for the Aztecs. Here's Dennis with the ball, driving, handing off, back out to Young. That shot is rejected. We get it back and have to force it up, but the three is not going to drop in for Dennis. And a 2-3 zone here, leaving Naz Reid wide open for a three. How many times have we seen them bring our lead back to 10? Alan Moore fades away. No good. Lively pulls down the rebound. Driving. Tough shot from Reid. Left it short. Now we have numbers. Up to Moore. Coasting inside. The big man link up. A lane opens up, and that's going to be the fourth on Dennis. That'll put Anthony at the line for a couple. First one drops in. 6:16 left to go. And Dallas just still hanging around, not going away just yet. Ball screens set by Moore and Young. Walker pulls the trigger, can't lace it. And the board goes to Kyrie Irving. Sohan looks to push the tempo and draws the third against Jarris Walker. More free throws for Dallas. A lot of these tonight for the Mavericks. The front end is good. Butler back out there as well. And Sohan goes 1 for 2. They missed a couple key ones. Moore wants it down low. Backing down Sohan, and he draws the foul. The first one for Moore is not going to drop in. And the back end will give us 110 points. Backdoor to Sohan. Great defense by Walker, but a better finish by Sohan. And a 12-3 Mavericks run ever since we took a 17-point lead. It's 102 to 110. We've seen us come back from down by 9 to force overtime back in. I think that was game 2, perhaps. He lost that game, but anything can happen down the stretch. But Kylan Moore is going to work right now. 31 points, 26 inside the paint. Lively cannot slow him down. Been a quiet fourth quarter for Kyrie Irving, but right as I say it, he puts up his 31st and 32nd points of the contest. Moore inside again, picks up the foul on Lively. What a series for the first overall pick. 31 points, 12 rebounds, came in putting up similar numbers here in the series. The free throws are splits. And here we go. Crunch time starts now. Irving spins, throws it up and in with a soft touch off the glass. Catch and shoot. Contested shot, no good from Dennis. Now a bucket here could make things very interesting. Can Dallas find the baskets? They can't. Lively probably should have hit that. That was a good look right at the rim. Now a mismatch inside. Draws a double. Moore's gonna fire anyways. Man, he is taking over late. Sohan back out for 3. Kyrie, no good. Another just big miss on a wide open triple for Dallas. That has really cost them so far in this game, and pretty much every other loss in the series to this point has been just missed 3-point shots. Clock is running down for us though. Rozier fires and sticks it. Time running out for the Mavericks. The step back jumper is perfect from Irving. Aztecs call timeout. They got one left. Mavericks need several stops down the stretch, and they're not going to get one here. They cannot stop him. Kylan Moore. This has got to be his best offensive game of his career. This just has to be. What a performance here in the biggest game of his life. Irving had that one tipped by Rozier and blocked. Walker drives and is fouled. And this game is coming to an end. Dallas with less than 2 minutes to make a double-digit comeback. They have not kept pace. And we lead by 14. Irving drives by Rozier for another bucket. He has been their only good offensive weapon in this game. Rozier with the finish. And that might put this game to rest. 124 for the offense. Still 90 seconds left to go to add to it. Dallas is pretty much out of time as we get the stop. And this crowd is on their feet. Get loud, Mexico City, because the Aztecs are on their way to their first ever conference finals appearance. A 4-2 series victory. Kylan Moore, the standout player in Game 6 to end the 3 straight title run for the Mavericks. The road ends here for Dallas. They go back home to Texas, and we are moving on to the Western Conference Finals. What a performance by the first overall pick. Do you guys believe in him now? Kyrie's heroics are not enough to lead the Mavericks to their 4th straight conference finals, or I think this would be their 5th straight conference finals. But he drops in 38 points, 14 for 23, but nobody else stepped up at all. Cole Anthony, 4 for 15 shooting. Butler only 4 for 9. Sohan only took 5 shots total. They could not keep pace. 36, 15, and 9. 1 assist shy of a triple-double in our most important game of the series until the conference finals. 3 blocks as well. 16 for 26. 1 for 1 from downtown. Cobb was great before he fouled out. Jarris Walker and Wiseman, Dylan Young all played very well. And despite a rough day shooting-wise for David Dennis, we still put up 124 points on the way to a win. We hold the Mavericks to 43% shooting. They were pretty solid from downtown based on the percentage, but I think they missed a lot of really good chances there. And you know, beating us by this bad on the free throws, this game should have been way closer, but they missed a couple of key open looks, and we did not. We shot 40% from downtown, 10% better from the field. We really took advantage of their poor defense, and we are the first team to clinch a conference finals berth in the 2028 playoffs. As of right now, Portland leads Denver 3-2. Chicago leads Milwaukee 3-2. And Detroit leads Cleveland 3-2. Let's see who is going to reach the final 4 of the playoffs here in these conference semifinal matchups. The Blazers take down Denver in 6 games. Detroit takes down Cleveland in Game 6 as well. But the Milwaukee Bucks win Game 6 and Game 7, and they punch their ticket to the conference finals just like we did. So still 2 play-in tournaments still in the running for a potential NBA Finals appearance. Now, we have to face Portland, who, if you don't forget, beat us in the last game of the year, which hampered our efforts to secure a top 6 seed. A very strong offense led by Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons. They've got Julius Randle, DeAndre Ayton, Anunoby, DiVincenzo, DeAndre Hunter. So, a really, really good team. I will obviously have to adjust their rotation and kind of trim it down to only 8 players, but I will make sure this time that those don't get too buggy. But a very enticing matchup. They don't have any major injuries like we do, I don't think, unless you count Donovan Clingan, who maybe is out with a torn left calf muscle. So 2 bigs out, 1 for each team. So nothing too crazy there. Should be a good matchup. I think their team actually, like Dallas, is pretty similar to how this team is constructed, with, you know, focusing on, you know, the guard play, having some, you know, solid overall forwards, and then having a really strong center, which we have in Kylan Moore, obviously. So should be a fun matchup. You got Detroit against Milwaukee over in the Eastern Conference Finals, but what a surprise, kind of a Cinderella playoff run for us so far. We have definitely, you know, way surpassed expectations to this point, and we're going to try and keep that up here as we face the 4-seed Trailblazers in the Western Conference Finals. Do you guys think we can win this series? And what do you think about that win against Dallas? Do you believe that Kylan Moore can be the best player on this team, perhaps surpassing John Cobb in just a year or 2? I think we're seeing some signs of that perhaps being the case, but they're both great players. We are lucky to have them both. And we're not done here yet in 2028, folks. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, leave your feedback down below, and I'll see y'all in Game 1 of the Conference Finals. Take care and have a great day.